Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. Well, overnight the euro dollar took a turn for the worse and plummeted through the support level of 118.4560 and now exposes the next target of 116.90. For the second consecutive day, the US dollar index has held to fresh gains after rebounding off the 92.55 support level, and the low overnight was 72 and rallied to a 93.25 high. This put support in further potential for the dollar index to rally, and as you can see from the technical implications, the market is now showing some concerns that the euro can actually fall further. Earlier this morning, Fed Governor Jerome Powell said a case for December rate hike is coming together. Upon the testimony to the US Senate Committee on Banking, Housing and Urban Affairs, Powell said, "I think the case for rising interest rates at our next meeting is coming together with the Fed now looking at on December the 12th, 13th to make a decision." Also, Powell went on to say the conditions are supportive of doing that, and understanding from the questions from Senator Dean Heller is the fact that still holds for 100% priced in for a rate hike in December for 25 basis points. So technically, I'm looking for a move now towards 117.60 and reassess from there, as the next target should hold to the 116.90 agenda. Any advances should find resistance around 118.75. Well, no significant moves have been seen from the Australian dollar since breaking above the 76 handle. Along with the greenback strengthening overnight, now gives a potential downturn towards 75.75 as minor support and could expose further to 75.25.35, which was the recent low that we saw just a few days ago. Any advances towards the upside should now find resistance around 76.50.70 as a potential cap. Well, the dollar-yen story did take a challenge to the downside overnight, but failed to break beneath the 110.80 support after printing a low of 92. In terms of where the market's going, it's surprising the fact that the ballistic missile launched from North Korea earlier this morning wasn't enough to take dollar-yen lower, and now looks like the market can actually take the challenge to 111.65.80. A break above there would give further scope to the upside and could see 114 back on the calendar. However, we still need to see a confirmation from the break of 80, otherwise we could see further pressure towards the downside. Well, the British pound took a stab to the downside overnight after the Bank of England Governor Mark Carney slightly spooked the market. It was reported from the Bank of England that the results of its bank stress test and the semi-annual financial stability report was in positive good form, although the Mark Carney did actually shed some negative clouds to the fact that the case of disorderly Brexit departure could give some concerns. Also, the British Prime Minister, Theresa May, is expected to improve on its offer for its Brexit divorce bill, which could smooth some feathers in Brussels. At present, the Europeans have demanded €60 billion, while the UK had countered with a €20 billion. Another headache for Theresa May is the issue of the border between Northern Ireland and its status after Brexit. The DUP party, which is propping up May in Parliament, does not want a hard border between Ireland and the North Island. However, if Britain does not remain in customs union with the EU after Brexit, then the result would likely be a harder border, given that there would be different regulated scenes in the island and North Island. So what do we expect from the market? Well, at the moment, with the false break to the downside, now looks back to this cap again at 134.10.15, which I do expect to hold. If the US dollar does strengthen as well, then this should put a bit more stress on the pound and could actually see a decline back towards 133.05. Well, it was surprising to see that the gold actually trimmed back some of its gains overnight after the market responded from North Korea had fired a ballistic missile. Now, the level still holds at 1,299. I do believe this level will break, and I am looking up towards 1,310 as an objective. With any pullback on the day, should find support at 88 and a base at 84. And wrapping up with oil, well, the market at this stage still looks to me that we're struggling to the top side. And as you can see from the resistance still capping around $58.85.95, could potentially see the market turn down. With all the technicals still in favour of this move, I am looking towards this level of 54.70 with the immediate target holding at 56.90. So that wraps up today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day that's ahead.